All right, what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome back here today to my reaction to ESPN's first mock draft post the NBA lottery. This is by their head NBA draft analyst, Jonathan Givony, and this came out shortly after the draft. So I wonder how he had this written up so quickly. I guess it was probably going to be this order in kind of some shape or form. He just kind of changed some things around. But yeah, we are going to be reacting to it today, ESPN Plus. So I got you because this is like a paid service. It's like, I think it's $5.99 a month now. But if you guys enjoyed me reacting to mock drafts, drop a thumbs up and I'll know to react to like Bleacher Reports, The Ringers, CBS Sports, in future videos. All right, so the first pick is going to be Jabari Smith, which is already different than what my mock draft would be, and I guess my big board as well, because I have Chet Holmgren as my number one player in this draft. I think that the Magic should take Chet Holmgren, and probably not Jabari Smith. I think you can have a good rotation or lineup in the future of Cole or Fultz, Suggs at the 2, Franz at the 3, Wendell Carter / Isaac at the 4, and Chet Holmgren at the 5. I'm just not a huge fan of Jabari Smith, somebody that maybe struggles to create his own shot at Auburn, and I think maybe like, yeah, he'll be a good three-point shooter, but I also think Chet will be a good three-point shooter. And if that's going to be maybe the enticing factor to take Jabari Smith, well, hey, Chet Holmgren has all defensive caliber potential. So yeah, I'm a little bit more on Chet Holmgren to number 1. He has Chet Holmgren number 2 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I have these reversed. I have it being more of a Jabari Smith pick here to the Thunder at 2 instead because I got Chet at 1. But if this is how it goes, you should 100% be taking Chet at 2 if he falls to you there, and the Magic do go Jabari Smith. But it's not really a consensus number 1 pick. It's not like it was made couple months ago with like Cade Cunningham, Zion Williamson, who was it in 2018? I guess Aiden was kind of the clear and concise number 1 at the time. But yeah, I think there will be a little bit of debate, but I think Chet Holmgren should be the number 1 pick. So this really leaves process of elimination. Paolo Banchero to the Rockets at 3. That's what I have in my mock. So pretty much it's just these reverse. So also in my mock, I had the Kings taking Shaedon Sharpe, and he has them taking Keegan Murray. Okay. I don't know if we'll see Keegan Murray get drafted ahead of Jaden Ivey and Shaedon Sharpe. I think that's a risk, but hey, the Kings could definitely be the Kings and make a pick like that. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the Keegan Murray-Sabonis frontcourt. If it's me, like I would maybe even trade down. Maybe a team with like the Pacers, they've already made trades in the past, to see if you can maybe trade down and get Keegan Murray there at 6. So Jaden Ivey to the Pistons at 5. I've been hammering this. Oh my God. I would just love a potential backcourt of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. I'm a sucker for it. I think they'd be able to run the floor together, coexist in the half court, just in transition, defensively, facilitating shooting. I would just love that backcourt. So I'm all on Jaden Ivey to be paired up with Cade Cunningham. I think that'd be like my league pass team next year. Next up at 6, we have, I guess, by process of elimination. Well, not really, because I guess Keegan Murray at 4 is kind of a shocker. But Shaedon Sharpe to the Pacers at 6. Yeah, I would love that backcourt too. You have Shaedon Sharpe, you have Tyrese Halliburton. That's something to build around for the future. And then this gives you more incentive to trade Malcolm Brogdon, because Brogdon's getting up there in age. You could probably land a lottery pick for Malcolm Brogdon. I think some teams later, like, I don't know if the Pelicans would give up their top 10 pick for Brogdon, but like, I'm sure the Cavs would trade their pick for Brogdon. You know, I don't know if they would want to make a trade in division, or the Hornets would trade their pick for Brogdon. For teams that are trying to compete next year, the Pacers, I mean, yeah, they can overachieve and be in the playing tournament, but I wouldn't bet on it. So 7, we have the Blazers taking Jalen Duren. This is a little bit of a shocker. I feel like with Johnny Davis, Benedict Mathurin potentially on the board. I guess, I don't know, Keegan, or like AJ Griffin as well. Just Jalen Duren doesn't really, like, because they want to win next year with Damian Lillard, right? I don't think Duren helps you get there. I don't. AJ Griffin to the Pelicans, who are also trying to win next year. Yeah, I like this for them. If he falls all the way to 8, I would take it. I would maybe like these picks reversed, because Jackson Hayes is a free agent next year, and Valanciunas is getting up there in age. Duren will fit the timeline more of Ingram and Zion. I like that. And AJ Griffin gives the Blazers wings, in which they need. You could be fine with Nurkic as your center, but you need wings that can be good defensively, and that could be AJ Griffin eventually. Dyson Daniels to the Spurs at 9. I feel like this is going to be mocked a lot. Will he be able to be in the backcourt with DeJounte Murray? Possibly. I think the Joshua Primo rookie experiment didn't really work out. We'll see how he plays next year. We all thought it was a reach and a half when there was definitely better players on the board. But hey, your future could be Murray, Daniels, Vassell Johnson, that could be something. Or Vassell 6-man and Johnson at the 3, and then you figure out your front court still if Pirtle's not your end goal and answer at the center position. Next up, we have Johnny Davis to the Wizards at 10. Yeah, I think if Dyson Daniels falls to them, that would be a great pick. But if they're trying to compete next year with Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis, Davis can kind of play the 1. You can make an argument, and also Beal can play the 1 at times. Yeah, he's more, I feel like, NBA ready enough to help the Wizards to make the playoffs, and they made a pick like that, resembling the win now mindset last year with Corey Kispert. At 11, the New York Knicks taking Benedict Mathurin. I like that. I think if I'm the Knicks, well, I'm a Knicks fan, so I would be happy with Johnny Davis, Benedict Mathurin, Dyson Daniels, or Jalen Duren at 11. One of those 4 players I'd be happy with. I don't really think they should take Ty or Chandler if one of those 4 players are still on the board, which it's very likely that one of them is. I mean, I would love if AJ Griffin fell, probably won't. To the Thunder at 12, Ousmane Dieng, who can play the 3 or the 4, is projected, I feel like, to be a good defensive player. And the Thunder, they're still rebuilding. This is the pick they got. This, I think, the first Clippers pick they're getting from the Paul George trade, which is kind of crazy. It's happening in 2022. Did they get one in 2020? They might have, if I'm remembering correctly. They could have got one in 2020. I don't really remember off the top of my head. And I could definitely see the Thunder taking Ousmane Dieng there. Next up, we have Mark Williams to the Hornets at 13. I've been mocking this a lot as well with Jalen Duren off the board. They need big man depth. I think they should either go backup point guard here or just maybe a center that can compete. Mark Williams is obviously that. They could look at backup point guard in Dyson Daniels, Kennedy Chandler, Ty Washington. But I like Mark Williams. I've mocked that as well. And then 14 Cavs. I've seen Malachi Branham a little bit. I've been mocking Ochai Agbaji, but I don't mind that either. I think they should definitely go for a scoring wing out of the draft. So speaking of Ochai Agbaji, yeah, the Hornets do have 15 from the Pelicans. Why does that seem new to me? I guess this is from the Devontae Graham sign-in trade. If so, I mean, you're letting Ochai Agbaji, Mark Williams, that's great. I mean, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with Agbaji and or you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with Mark Williams and like Kennedy Chandler or Ty Washington there. Get the backup point guard spot as well. And speaking of Ty Washington, he has the Hawks going backup point guard and Ty. I don't know if that should be the answer or the pick for Atlanta. I would like to see them maybe move the pick. Tari Eason to the Rockets at 17. I love that. I actually would not mind him to Atlanta or Charlotte either because he's just a defensive-minded 4. He'll hustle. That's why I think he and Jeremy Sohan might rise up draft boards closer to the draft. 18, speaking of Jeremy Sohan, yeah, the Bulls need somebody like him. The Minnesota Timberwolves taking Nikola Jovic. I think Sohan or Tari Eason would be perfect for them, but I don't mind the Jovic pick. Kennedy Chandler going to the Spurs. I think they need big man depth. I think you can look at Walker Kessler here. I think you can also look at Christian Koloko is probably a little bit too high. But I just don't know if they should take another guard after already taking one earlier in... Who did they take? Dyson Daniels, yeah. Marjon Beauchamp to the Nuggets at 21. Like that pick a lot. Blake Wesley to the Grizzlies. Also like that. I think they can help contribute to these good teams. Maybe Beauchamp will take a little bit longer, but I still like the pick. Actually, Beauchamp is 21. Holy shit. I don't know how I didn't realize that. Walker Kessler to the Nets at 23. Yeah, Drummond, Claxton might not be the long-term answer there, so bring in Walker Kessler. EJ Liddell to the Bucks at 24. Yeah, I guess he's somebody else you could mock to the Spurs at 20, so I don't mind that either. Kendall Brown falling all the way to 25. I forget the Spurs have 3 first-round picks. I like Kendall Brown. I think if he falls to you at 25, that's a fantastic pick. Dallas Mavericks here at 26, selecting Jaden Hardy. Yeah. I mean, I love Blake Wesley to them there at 26. I don't think he falls. Bryce McGowens could also be a pick for them. Trevor Keels going in the first round at 27. Brown going to the Warriors at 28. I could see that pick. Maybe bring Wiggins, former Kansas Jayhawk, another one in. Maybe Wiggins will be out soon. Bryce McGowens to the Grizzlies at 29. I think the Grizzlies are also a team that will move a first round pick because they have 3. Or do they have 2? I think they have actually 2. They could have had 3 if that Lakers pick fell to, I think, 10 or 11. And then Caleb Houston to the Thunder at 30. Wow. I don't think Caleb Houston's going to go in the first round, at least at the moment. All right, and then just kind of quickly going through the second round. Pacers taking Patrick Baldwin, Milwaukee, Indiana area. Cool. I'll take that. Next up, Hugo Besson to the Magic at 35. I think that's pretty good value. Blazers getting Wendell Moore at 36. I would love that. You want to take the other Duke forward earlier in AJ Griffin instead of Jalen Duren. Jake LaRavia out of Wake Forest to the Spurs at 38. I like that pick. Christian Koloko to the Timberwolves at 40. I think that's good value. My Knicks taking Justin Lewis. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. G. Montero to the Hawks, reminding me of Sharif Cooper falling last year. Hornets taking Max Christie, Michigan State wing. J.D. Davison falling 48. Yeah, I could see that happening, him falling in this draft. Andrew Nembhard to the Warriors. I think that's like kind of similar to the Nico Mannion style. No, Nembhard's probably better or more NBA ready than Nico Mannion was. And then Peyton Watson to the Warriors at 55. I feel like he should have stayed another year at UCLA. Harrison Ingram to the Blazers at 57. I like that a lot. And then I think 59 and 60 are, they lost the second round pick after the tampering investigations from the Lonzo Ball and Kyle Lowry sign a trade. So that is going to be my reaction to ESPN's post-lottery mock draft. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. And let me know also if you want me to react to other sites' mock drafts. Like always, I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.